And now we're going to customize a cave club girl into a changeling girl. First, I am taking apart this little baggie. I think a lot of products come with little bags like this, like little storage bags. And if you seam rip them apart, they are a very nice amount of fabric often to make doll clothes with. This one is going to turn into this doll's shorts. Now we're going to get to the face up. I'm grabbing my little brushes and grabbing rose violet, reddish yellow, a very nasty slimy Prussian blue, white, and my medium. I'm making sure to mix up the Prussian blue to get the medium all mixed in. The medium, the binder, and then I'm mixing a dark purple to sketch out the eye shape. This doll is a changeling girl in the way that old mythology talks about human children being stolen from their crib and being replaced with fairy children. And I know that the story has a complicated history, especially with neurodivergent people. I myself am neurodivergent and I quite like the story. And so that's also why I'm making a doll for it. I enjoy the idea that there is something mythical out there, and that maybe as a baby I did get switched around and I'm a bit different. I don't know. I like embracing differences in such a way. And I'm trying to be quite lighthearted with it. If you want to read into this story of masking with her little rainbow high face mask, you're welcome to. If you want to just take it as a mythological doll, go ahead as well. Now I'm going to talk about what we missed. So I used some lighter colors and some darker colors to add texture to the eyebrows. I used a peachy color for the lips that I think looks quite nice with her warm skin tone. I'm not using any black in this face up, and her scleras are lilac because I wanted her to look a bit otherworldly. I wanted her to look unconventional and maybe a little off. I don't think she looks off. I just think she looks strange. I don't know. I gave her some freckles for visual interest, and whenever needed, I am mixing a color really close to her skin tone to fix up any mistakes or define any lines that I feel need defining. Her face is, or her second face, her mask, is Tessa Park from Rainbow High. You'll see pieces and bits and pieces of her through this whole series. I bought her for her clothes in the werewolf video. You'll see, I'm spoiling stuff. In the werewolf video, you see that I used her jacket for Claudine Wolf, which I show at the end. In the last video, you'll see where I used her knees, and then in one of the last videos, it might be the second to last one, you'll see that I used what I used the rest of her body for. Now back to the face up. I'm using a really light lilac to actually go over her eyelashes because I wanted her to look more mystical, and so I tried to match the light color on her eyelashes to her hair a bit more. And again, I'm going in with a skin tone color to define her eyelashes and sharpen the shape. Her eyebrows, I wanted them to look quite bushy. I wanted her to look a little wild, so that's why I went in quite often with lighter and darker colors to add more hairs and add more texture. Same with Deuce, kind of. And then I'm defining her lash line a little more, and now we're moving on to clothing. I didn't film a lot of this because it was just there wasn't a lot happening. This fabric is like an old child's shirt, and I'm just tracing out a rough shape, cutting it out, and then you'll see how that kind of fits. I'm making a bit of a bodysuit for her, and then I'm pushing this pen through the fabric to kind of transfer some dots so I can make a second piece, so I can sew them together along the armpit lines and the shoulders, and then we have a little bodysuit for her. Here you can see her mask, and she looks quite silly with it. And the shorts I did not film. I really kind of struggled with the shorts because the fabric frayed a lot. And then her hair I put in pipe cleaners, boil washed, and covered in this mixture of gel and curl cream, just like I did with Una. And then I let that dry thoroughly and took it out, and it worked really beautifully. And these curls haven't fallen out nearly as much as Una's have if you watch Deuce's video. So that's really great. The secret is boil washing. Boil wash your dolls. Learn my lesson. I did my experiment and I learned. I figured it out. Then, okay, I went in and separated all the curls. I guess I didn't show you. And now I'm just going in and trimming off all the scraggly little ends. Because this happens quite often where you just get a couple of rough little ends all over the place. So I'm just going around and grabbing all the straight pieces and cutting those off so that her hair just looks nice and curly. It still looks wild, but I don't even think that the straight bits look messy. They just look unintentional. And I want her to look intentionally messy. And at this point, I think you can also see just that the colors really do work. For this Cave Club girly, I think you got to see almost every part of the process, except for her hair. You got to see the hair curling, but for the rooting, I just quite tightly, neatly rooted her part line, and then you can see here it becomes a bit of a mess, but I just braided these, also secured these with thread. This is quite hard. I think I brushed gel onto it. Yeah. I brushed gel onto her braids to keep them together. And then, if we can move the mask out of the way again. In the front, this was going to be bangs. I think this is rooted to be bangs. However, I split them in half and then took pieces of hair from here and brought them over here and did the opposite as well. You can see here that I actually accidentally cut into her face when cutting off the original hair, and so this little hairstyle is to hide that. This is also tied together with thread. Is that? And I guess I also bound some of her own hair around it here. I think so. I think this little piece of hair is wrapped around. I don't know if I did that on this side too. It's been quite a while since I did this. Yeah, but that's all. And here, again, our final reveal. Una next to the Cave Club Changeling girl. She also does not have a name yet, so suggest one if you'd like. And let's see what she looks like with the little rainbow head, rainbow high face on. Her hair gets in the way. Free. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow for another video. The little mask looks a bit silly because her hair gets in the way. So I think it's actually just cooler to just leave it up here. I just had this laying around and the color of the makeup matched so well. Don't ask why I had half of a rainbow high head laying around. Yeah. That's all. That's it. I think I bought this hair just because it was pretty, and then decided it looked nice against her skin tone. You don't need to have big creative ideas, but whenever I don't have big creative ideas and just go, I think this will look nice, that's when I have a lot of trouble getting a project done. So, you know,